Hello, and welcome back to the next part of the White Album 2 official guidebook reading. And we left off at a very nice part because we are about to go over Mari-san's CG gallery as part of the closing chapter. So, starting at 2:45, Mari Kazuoka. And this, of course, is after that horrid Christmas Eve date with Setsuna that ended really sadly, and you end up going to work of all places and hanging out with Mari and celebrating Christmas Eve together, which is typically a couple's holiday in Japan. I broke up one of Suzuki's cookies to look like snow. Here's a business card in place of a message card. And instead of a Santa candle, here. Mari-san. Well, Kitahara, I'd say it made it work, wouldn't you? As usual, you take poor taste to new limits. Just shove a business card in the cake. That's totally fine. She's so cute. That's what I love about her. Look, she's making the best out of a weird situation. 2:46, Mari Kazuoka. Are you going to throw me out again? Abandon me again? Kitahara. She didn't abandon you. She went on a business trip. Like, holy crap. What a beautiful position to be in, though. You should ask permission first, though. Pretty sure Mari-san would have said yes either way, but still, consent is important. 2:47. But this isn't work. This is private. You're allowed to let someone else handle things now and then. Shut up, Kitahara. Mari-san turned away as though sulking, but relaxed her body completely, slowly stretching out her limbs. Aww. She needs a break. She needs a massage. I think that's number one thing that Haruki should learn if he wants to be with Mari is how to give a really nice massage. 2:48, Mari Kazuoka. I told you, I'm tired. Understand? That means I don't want to leave this bed. Mari-san. Take off your button-up jacket. That does not look comfortable. Guarantee you that is not comfortable to be chilling in the bed. 2:49. Hang on. The pot is steaming. So what? That's not what I want right now. What? Wait, Mari-san. Having finally given up on undoing my buttons, Mari-san's right hand pulled hard at my shirt, tearing it open. That's so bad. Don't ruin clothing. She's too excited, though. She's too adorable. Look at the mood change. The mood changes so quickly here. Mari-san's happy, smiling face, and then, 2:51. Setsuna Ogiso. Oh, interesting. No. We're looking at 2:50 on the right-hand side. Stay away from me. Don't come anywhere near me. Don't look at me right now. Behind her hand, her thin layer of makeup was wearing off, and water had traced a clear line from the corner of her eye to her cheekbone. Oh, this poor woman. And then 2:51. Look at this is a panel. This is a story in 3 panels. Happy flirty Mari, angry slappy Mari, Haruki cuddling with his ex-girlfriend. You loved me, right? You did love me? I still do. I always have. You're so cruel. But thank you. That's all I needed. I get it, but don't say things like that gives her hope. If you tell your ex-girlfriend, oh, I still love you, then obviously if they still love you back, they're going to keep trying. And then you're going to get stuck in that loop again. Just tell her, I don't know, you don't have to lie to her. Just be like, I did love you and now I love someone else. That's all you need to say. 3-1, Kazusatoma. To the Hotel de Corbeau, please. I can't pronounce that. And it's written in English. Ah. There he is. Oddly enough, though, we have Mari, and then everything is sad, and then he hugs Setsuna, and then we are moving on to Coda all of a sudden. It's a bit of an abrupt switch. I have to suffer all this because you took that stupid job. Then this. I slipped the key into the door of the apartment where Kazusa had plunked herself, and it fit perfectly, as though it had been made to order. 3-2, Kazusa Toma. Look at her. Very angrily, and she must be freezing, by the way. Some tights can be insulating, but I'm pretty sure Kazusa doesn't think that far ahead. I think she's just wearing sheer tights, which would be very, very cold. I'm still really surprised that they didn't segue from closing chapter into Coda. It's just like, here's the end of Mari-san's, which wasn't even, by the way, wasn't even the end of Mari-san's, because obviously he hugs Setsuna and then stuff happens with Mari again. But nope, boop, here we are, we're in Kazusa. It just seems wrong. 3-3, Kazusa Toma. Now, Kazusa Toma, pianist and talk of the town, had been transformed into simply the pretty young lady over there with the glasses. What the hell is this? Are you screwing with me? So odd to see her in glasses, and yet it is very cute. But maybe I just like girls in glasses. 3-4, Kazusa Toma. Now, smile. Actually, maybe the usual will be better. Kazusa, give me a scowl, please. You're definitely screwing with me. Fashion, though. She does. She looks like she just went to another country for a fashion photo shoot. Because it does. It looks out of place, and she looks not super confident in it. But I guess it works. It's her Clark Kent disguise. 3-5, Kazusa Toma. I was first. I was the first. Kazusa. Kazusa's hand cupped my cheek. Maybe this was precisely as it had happened 5 years ago. Mere moments before I woke up. Kissing you, sleeping with you, falling for you. That was a tough scene. This is one of my favorite scenes in White Album too. Like, honestly, hand on heart, like, that really hit home. Do I agree with what they were doing? No. But it was just so emotional. 3-6, Setsuna Ogiso. You can do what you want with me. Setsuna. Kazusa's concert had long since begun. Which is the worst, because regardless whether or not you're truthful with Setsuna, she knows the truth of why you're there and she doesn't say anything to you. And that sucks. 3-7, Kazusa Toma. I told you to come and listen to me play over and over. You promised you would. Kazusa. Her long, graceful legs sticking out from her skirt twined around my legs. Aww, poor girl. That was emotional too. Kazusa's tears dripping onto Haruki's face. 3-8, Kazusa Toma. Quite a bit of fan service here as, as we get a little washy. I love this image of Kazusa. I wish, I know it's just her bangs pulled to the side, but I wish she pulled them to the side more often so we could see her full face, because it's really cute like this. I wish she styled her hair like this sometimes. You really don't want to look? I do. That's exactly the problem. You saw everything 5 years ago. What's the problem now? Well, the problem might just be a teeny tiny bit that Haruki has a girlfriend. Just saying, that complicates things a bit. 3-9 causes Satoma getting her hair brushed. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. Girls like having their hair brushed. At least I think most of them do. At least all the girls that I've met do. So that's a nice thing. If they're feeling like cranky or sad, dude, just go get their hairbrush and brush their hair. They'll be like, what are you doing? But then they'll be so happy. That's a tip from me to you. Well, I guess all you can do is talk truthfully. Show her that you can be honest, and she will too. You want me to tell her that the shock of being dumped by a man was so bad that I couldn't focus on anything? Hang on. Hang on. Maybe don't do that, actually. Makes me look bad. 3-10 causes Satoma. She bit down harder and harder until she drew blood from my fingertip and swallowed it down. Now, you're mine. We had written a contract in blood. So silly. So cheesy. Listen, I love like vampire stuff and it's cute and it's weird and I get it. But it just felt really out of place here in the game. I'm like, what is this? Like, that's just awkward. What is with Haruki drinking and licking Kazusa's blood when she hurt her hand? And then this, I'm like, yeah, just stop doing that. Stop doing that. In this context, it is not sexy. It is weird. 3-11 causes Satoma. If you just felt a little sympathy for me sooner, before getting in so deep with me, if you'd comforted me like with your body like I wanted. Well, we do see what happens if he did that, and it's not quite as meaningful as holding off and actually being with you. 3-12 causes Satoma on the right-hand side where she's about to glass herself. But the piano is all I have. I've got nothing else. I'm completely useless. So all I can do for you is lose the piano. Sorry, Setsuna. Which really only proves to alleviate her own guilt. What's it going to do for Setsuna? Knowing that she lost her boyfriend and the girl that took her away lost her piano ability? That doesn't make anything better for Setsuna. Like, it literally doesn't. It's just to make Kazusa feel better. I know that's not why she's doing it. She's doing it for Setsuna, but, like, why would Setsuna even want that, you know? 3-13. Nobody. There's nobody. Look, it just says, like a line, because it's just a chair. 7 p.m. precisely. In a different sense, it was our promised time. But I pocketed my phone as though nothing had happened and took off running through the night streets toward the station. Gotta go find and comfort Setsuna before you abandon everything forever. And 3:14 causes Satoma as they are on the airplane. Kazusa's gentle voice and warm breath brushed against my ear, and a soft cloth was pressed to the corner of my eye. It was at that moment that I realized I was still crying. Huh? You don't have to hide it. It's okay. Him crying so hard in the plane was so sad. Like, why? Why? You are tearing yourself apart for this. My God. They really do look older here, though. Especially Haruki. He looks a lot older than he was in high school. Kazusa, I guess she still looks relatively the same. It's hard. It's a hard skill to age up your characters. At least, you know, from high school to 5 years later. It's really good show of artistic skill if you can make them look older. Not just the same people with adult clothing, you know. 3:15, Setsuna Ogiso and Kazusa Toma. But you love each other. You forgot all about me. Wrong. Haruki-kun didn't forget anything. He never once forgot about you. Which is true. Much to Setsuna's dismay. the slaps were like such a crazy emotional point too. Like, oh my god, the girls are fighting. It makes me laugh. Like, I get it. It's a very emotional scene. It's a powerful scene, but it always makes me laugh. Like, oh my god, holy crap. 316. I love this image. I love this image so much. No, you're not that kind of girl. You're sweet and sensitive and you care about other people's feelings. You're a nice girl. I know me better than anyone else. I don't need other people telling me what I am. Just, especially Setsuna. She's just like, wah, with her neck. Oh my god. I love this. If I had to pick like my top 10 favorite graphics from White Album 2, this would be one of them. It's so funny. These are pretty funny too. The second one specifically. They both got the slappies. 317. Maybe I'll quit the piano. Why on earth would you say something like that? Oh. And 318. No, Kazusa, that's not true. What's not true? I've lost everyone. Everyone I loved. If you've lost them, just call them back. If your world is broken, all you have to do is build it again. This image really, like, if I thought about this too long, I would definitely cry. Like, Setsuna being kind and gentle and Kazusa crying into her arms. Like, if you think about it, there's a lot more going on than just Haruki, right? Obviously, they're at odds regarding Haruki, but there's so much more trauma at this point in Kazusa's life. And for Setsuna to be able to be the one to comfort her for those things, even if it's not just about Haruki, even if it's not even at all about Haruki, I think is a beautiful thing. 319, Setsuna Ogiso. The girl who looked up, arms outstretched, even as snowflakes sprinkled themselves over her body, accepting the sky's gifts. We claim we'll be fine, even if we can't see each other. She looks so genuinely happy here. It's so adorable. Why wasn't this image used in merch? You know, they used the same few images of Setsuna crying on so many items, but Setsuna being happy? Oh no, we can't make merch of that. Drives me up a wall. This is such a beautiful image. 320, Kazusatoma. I never really meant to. Still mumbling excuses, sounding as though she might cry, she gingerly ran her tongue over me. Don't cry. Don't cry with that face, I beg of you. Either cry or be lewd. Don't do both at the same time. 321, Kazusatoma. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Haruki. Forgive me. Setsuna, forgive me. Aww. So many mental breakdowns in the game. My God. Who knew your roaring 20s would be such a tough time? 322, Kazusatoma. She cradled my head against her soft chest, slowly, carefully, carding through my hair, running her fingers over my cheeks and lips. What are you doing? Your smell. I'm memorizing it. This was a beautiful scene between them. My God, I feel like part of me, I can't fully enjoy the Kazusa Haruki scenes because I know Setsuna is in the background, having not been dumped. If she'd already been dumped, like, obviously it's super sad, obviously you feel bad for her, but she's been dumped, And now we can move on. And now we can enjoy Haruki and Kazusa. You know what I mean? But like, we don't get times like that. I wish there was at least one route where you could dump Setsuna early. I wish. It is a really nice scene though. I wish I were Haruki. That looks really comfortable and nice. 323. What? Words aren't enough? I have to show you with my actions? You're so spoiled. What's wrong with that? When I embraced her, I finally understood. Kazusa had been waiting for me. And public displays of affection in Japan are not super common, so them being stared at here is very justified. 324. And of course there's the variation, which, why did they decide to put a variation here? I'm not 100% sure. It just kind of made completing all of the CGs a little bit more complicated. Kazusa. Haruki. It took so long to close that 1 centimeter gap. But once our lips met, our mouths, our tongues wrapped around each other so deeply, so forcefully, that neither of us could so much as imagine parting again. Right in the middle of everything. Right in front of my salad. 325, Kazusa Toma. Oh, God. I always say, every time I see an image, I'm like, oh, God, this was so sad. But like 90% of the CGs that we see were from scenes that were so sad. Kazusa, I'll never let you go. Yeah, you better not. I want you to hold me all through the night. She became his wife, his unofficial wife for one night. And then 326. What's wrong with you? You look like you were worried to death. I was worried to death. Are you trying to kill me? Ugh, I gotta shake off the goosebumps. Too sad. Too sad. Oh God, it never stops. 327, Setsuna Ogiso. It's been a little while. Yeah. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like a ton of time has passed. It does, yeah. In the midst of it, a choking air was drifting between us, of a slightly different temperature from that around us. Them just looking straight forward and chatting without even glancing at one another, just heartbreaking. The hand. When he lets go of her hand. Who knew 2 images of hands could make you cry so hard? Kazusa Toma. Just pull your hand away and it'll be broken. You can go wherever you want. Don't be like this. I wanted you to be the one to let go. No. Neither of them want to be the one to let go. Shaking it off. I don't want to cry just looking at still images for White Album 2. And then, so abrupt, these changes in routes. But now we are on the extra episode. Setsuna Ogiso. Look at his stubble. Look at Haruki's stubble. Also, he looks like he's gained a bunch of weight, whereas Setsuna still looks super beautiful and amazing. Not that gaining weight makes you ugly automatically. I'm just saying, he does look like he's let himself go a little bit. Setsuna? You don't have to come here anymore. It was the first thing Haruki-kun had said that day. Extra episode 2, E2. Last night, I had spent the whole night assailed by an unpleasant sensation, as though all the water in my body were pouring out of me. In fact, it hadn't stopped with the arrival of morning. Yep, because Setsuna is having the same horrible symptoms that Haruki did when he was parting with Kazusa back in the day. E3, beautiful, amazing image. Literally, I'm so mad. Why is this not in any official merch? Why? Look how cool this is. Look how beautiful this is. Because they don't want to see them happy. E3. Found you, Haruki-kun. Of course you did. I left a note telling you where I'd be. Such a beautiful scene. Please, if you haven't played the extra episode, please play it. It's so beautiful. It is incredible. The story is nice. It's emotional. It's powerful. I think it's really good. E4, Setsuna Ogiso. I hope everything goes well for her. It will. There's no way she'll fail with the piano. Yeah. It looks like they're looking at you or me. Look at them. But they're watching Kazusa on TV. E5, Kazusa Toma. For just a moment, she appeared to be thinking about something, glanced around, looked down, took a deep breath. Then she slowly raised her head. Take that. What? At the very last moment, she gave a parting word in the language of what was now a foreign land to her. She spoke, a little weird to read in without context here, but she suddenly, in the middle of an interview in a foreign country, she suddenly speaks Japanese, says, take that, which obviously is directed toward Haruki and or Setsuna as she makes this teasing face into the camera. So adorable. And that will bring us to the character portrait gallery. Thanks to the motion portraits introduced for the PS3 edition, the characters in the story show new subtleties in their facial expressions. Together with the character portraits is a selection of outfit patterns. For those who appear in multiple chapters, such as Setsuna and Kazusa, patterns have been grouped by character. Really, really cool because we get to see kind of the intricacies of their outfits. Really nice reference if you want to reference it for like writing fan fiction or doing fan art. It lays out all of the different outfits here. And it's just kind of fun to look at as a fan. So these are all color-coded, and starting with the boys. Now, before I actually get into the character portraits, I think I will stop off there for today because we did finish off the CG gallery of all roots, which is awesome. I'm still a little mad that Mari-san kind of got stiffed in this because she didn't get her happy ending CGs, but whatever. I guess that's fine. It's not my book. But in any case, thank you so much for joining me on this reading of the White Album 2 official guidebook, and I'll be back to do the character profiles in the next episode. Until then, hope you take care. See you!